space. There are a lot fewer of those, and they're not all maybe teams that kind of fit where Gordon Hayward is in his career. But, the sign and trade route where he can get an extension, Boston can get some players back that match up to his money, that's going to be continued to be discussed today. Indiana's a team that has had interest. We know Gordon Hayward's from Indianapolis. I know that scenario is one that appeals to him, but I think for Hayward, he's going to try to find a place where he can get a long-term deal. He was headed into the fourth year of that big free agent deal he had signed with the Celtics coming from Utah.
What do you think, Jalen? Where should Gordon Hayward, where would he look best to you?
Indiana. I played there almost 6 years. Greeny, that's where he grew up. I followed him when he played at Butler. And I think he'd be a great fit for the Pacers. You pair him with Victor Oladipo and Malcolm Brogdon. The Pacers have always been one of those teams in the East, just like the Portland Trail Blazers in the West. And this is why I was disappointed they fired Nate McMillan. That when you look down at the standings, you're like, wait a minute, the Pacers are in fourth? They always seem to outplay expectations. And so Gordon Hayward coming off an injury, returning to the Celtics, he was actually effective. But when you have Jaylen Brown and you have Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart and so many, and Kemba Walker, it's just not enough basketballs for Gordon Hayward, a guy that can create off the dribble, playing pick and roll, and has been an all-star in this league and a 20-point scorer.
NBA, where an MRI confirmed Klay Thompson tore his right Achilles and will miss a second straight season. His agent telling Woj that Klay is expected to make a full recovery in time for the start of the following year. Here's the Warriors GM Bob Myers addressing the franchise.
I can't sit here and say I feel good. I have confidence in our players. I have confidence in our coaches. I have confidence in our ownership. And we're going to keep moving. We're never going to stop. But to be truthful, this hurts. It hurts me, and I know it hurts our organization.
Here's how Vegas sees it. You look at this from Caesars Sportsbook by William Hill. The Warriors' odds to win it all dropped from 8-1 to 20-1, and their odds to come out of the West double as well. So let's talk about this here a little bit as we have Woj back with us. And Jalen Rose is getting up early with us this morning as well. Woj, for those who haven't heard, the Warriors are making some moves, right? They get some flexibility based on this injury, and they're not just choosing to sit out this season.
That's right, Greeny. They're finalizing a trade with Oklahoma City. They're going to bring in Kelly Oubre and his $14.4 million into a trade exception that they had. He'll cost the Warriors in salary and luxury tax $80 million next season. But certainly maybe one of the best available wings. He came over to Oklahoma City from Phoenix in that Chris Paul trade, and he'll just move on to the Warriors. They're going to send a 2021 first-round pick to Oklahoma City. And so that gives them certainly a player who they could plug into the starting lineup, who can come off the bench, who can score the ball. But obviously you're not replacing Klay Thompson. He's a Hall of Fame player and part of, with Steph Curry, the best backcourt in the NBA when they're healthy.
For sure. So, Jalen, we look at the Warriors. It's Steph, it's Draymond, it's Wiggins, it's Wiseman, who they drafted, and now Kelly Oubre. What are they in the Western Conference?
The Warriors are a team that's going to be scratching and clawing, Greeny, to try and make the playoffs. If you think about the trek of their greatness of making 5 straight NBA Finals, winning 3 championships, the latter 2 came when they added Kevin Durant. And that's because the Western Conference started to catch up. And when we start talking about the top players in the league, I think people should now put some respect on Klay Thompson's name, because I've always described him as one of the top 12 or 15 players in the league. Just think about this. He's a 5-time All-Star. He's an all-defensive player. He has the NBA record for most threes in a quarter, most points in a quarter, Greeny. Like, this guy is so effective, so efficient, and so low maintenance. He scores 60 points in a basketball game and only